Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another video. It's the T on MPD and relationships. Hello, everyone. To all of my new subscribers and new family members, hello. Hi, welcome. And to my tribe and family at large, welcome back. Thank you all so much for coming back and watching another video. Fam, y'all know I'm always asking y'all to do what? Hit that like button, hit that like. I'm asking y'all to hit that like button because guess what? The goal of the day is 2.1K plus on the likes if you rocks with your girl. Y'all hit that like button for me, okay? And also, too, y'all know the goal of the day is, again, 2.1K plus on the likes. One day we're going to get there. One day we're going to get there on a video, okay? Within about 10-hour time frame. That would be awesome. All right, y'all. Listen, if you have not picked up your copy of the book, grab your copy today. The book, Seduced by Satan. It is my first book collaborative effort. I'd love for you to pick up your copy today. Recommend it to your book clubs, okay? Grab a copy for yourself and someone else. It is a showstopper. It's a jaw dropper, okay? It is a page turner. Yes, it is. Y'all pick up your copy today, all right? The link is pinned in the description below. Make sure you grab a copy today. Also, to those of you that are in need of a life coach, please email us at theteaonnpdcoaching@gmail.com. We will we will respond to your email and get you information about the coaching, okay? So make sure you do that. Also, too, those of you that are ready to invest in yourself, remember you can never receive a return on something that you did not invest in, all right? And that includes your healing. So if you are ready to take that healing journey, you are ready to go to that place of healing, wholeness, and boldness, being a woman of distinction, clarity, power in who you are, okay? And not just who you are, but who others see that you are as well. Listen, email us at theteaonnpdcoaching@gmail.com. In the subject line, you're going to put mentorship program. Okay, you're going to place that there and send us an email, and we will be happy to get back with you about our our mentorship program. All right, y'all. So sorry for the long intro, but let's get into the video. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about when the narcissist, when they actually weaponize closure. Where there was a door, you have now made a wall. Woo! What they gonna do with that? What are they gonna do with that? Listen, I want y'all to know something. The entire time of the relationship, a narcissist is wanting to always make decisions that are going to benefit them, okay? To benefit them. Now, when we talk about weaponizing a thing, when we talk about the narcissist and how they get down in the relationship, you know, they always want to be in control. Now, in normal relationships where you may just break up or whatever, you all may have a conversation and you're just like, well, you know, I'm not angry with you. I don't hate you. We just have different values, value systems, different views that vary in such a way that we just could never have a cohesive relationship. We'll never be on the same page. And you decide to go your separate ways. And that's quite all right. In a normal relationship, that's what happens. When you're dealing with a backwards walking giraffe, okay, it's far from normal, okay? They're not, matter of fact, it's so abnormal that you're just like, in the end, you're thinking to yourself, what in the world was that? What was that? So in the relationship with a narcissist, what they do is they create all of these different instances and situations and what collectively becomes an environment, okay, of chaos and confusion. By the time you leave that relationship, you don't know whether you're coming or going. Really. I mean, this is literally what happens. You don't know whether you're coming or going. So when you think about how it ended, and you think about now, you never really had the opportunity to have that conversation with the narcissist about what happened, what they did, what they said, and they know you want to talk about it because you're not crazy like them. They know that you want to gain an understanding. They know that, you know what? This person, because the way that they observe things, the way that they spoke, this is what the narcissist knows about you. The way you carried yourself, how intentional you were about showing them that you cared about them, you loved them, and that they were safe, their heart was safe with you. The narcissist was sitting back watching everything that you said, everything that you did, your intentionality, all of these different things. They were sitting back watching all of this, okay? They knew that once the situation was over, the relationship, if that's what you want to call it, that you were the type of person that you want to sit down and close the chapter with them and talk sensibly about what happened, what didn't happen, where did they fail your expectations, where you failed their expectations, the normal stuff that people do, right? When they break up, the normal stuff. The problem is you're not dealing with a normal person. Far from it. You are dealing with a person that had a mask on from the beginning. They were never their true selves in the relationship. They never offered you what we call intimacy. Instead, what they offered you was victimhood. And a lot of times what we did in that relationship was we mistook the victimhood status and what they said, how they were such victims. We mistook that as vulnerability. Yeah, we did. We did that. The narcissist knows all of this about you. Why? Because when you were busy, giving so much to the relationship, the narcissist was busy watching you do all of this. Watching you do all of it. And guess what they were doing? They were sitting there writing the script of what was going to happen in the aftermath. Because the narcissist knows that the other shoe is going to drop. I know y'all going to drop a comment below. They know that the other shoe is going to drop. They just trying to figure out when. They know you're going to eventually find out something is wrong. Okay? They just trying to figure out when and how are they going to manipulate you into coming back into the situation, because they know they're going to have to get out and change the oil. At some point, they're going to devalue you. They're going to discard you. They know all of that. Okay? They know all of that. They're sitting back wondering how they're going to make this look like your fault when it happens. They know that you're going to want to sit down and have a conversation about what took place. Okay? When they get ready to discard you, they know that they make you discard them. They know that you're going to want to have a conversation about what is happening. Yeah, they know that. Or what just happened. So what does the narcissist do? They sit back and watch you. They sit back and watch your patterns and how you're moving. They sit back and look at the whole relationship in totality. All of the times that they felt like you had wronged them, and they told you you're being mean, you're a manipulator. They will definitely project onto you and call you the manipulator. They'll tell you you're the liar, you're the crazy person, and heaven forbid you call them a narcissist. They will tell you that you're the narcissist. How dare you say something like that to them? They'll do all of that. Watch this. So they do all of that big talk. They do all of the scheming. They do all of the chaos thing. They're running the show with chaos and confusion, baby. And they mess around and hit that button on the discard. This is where it gets real interesting right here. They go ahead and hit that button. They say it's time for me to get another. Listen, I got to get out of here. I got to see a different scenery. I got to engage with different folk. And so they go ahead on and do what they need to do. Baby, they made a huge mistake right here. Because not only was the narcissist watching, but you were watching too. You were watching how they would accuse you of doing things that you know you didn't do. Okay? You were watching how they gaslighted you, but you just didn't have a name for it. Whatever it was that they were doing, they were the culprit, but they were always lying, saying that you did it. All right, so now the discard has happened. The narcissist is over there thinking that you need to have a conversation with them. But guess what? You don't reach out. You don't say a word. Because although you can't put a name at that point on what happened, you knew that it wasn't your fault. Right? So you just gather from that whole situation of recollecting everything that happened and say, you know what? You're crazy. I'm not the crazy one. You are. This is what you're saying in your mind about the narcissist. I'm not reaching out to that bird for nothing. Okay? Now the discard has happened. It's a week or two later. The narcissist is waiting on you to reach out. They're waiting on you to say something. You don't. Do you know what this is doing to them? This is crazy. Because they're looking for you to come back at least within the first 72 hours of the discard, because it happened so crazy. Y'all were arguing, going back and forth, and the narcissist is like, they are really laying it on. And you're just like, I'm not calling. Matter of fact, I'm happy they're gone. I don't even need an explanation as to why. Because at this point, I've gone through so much and I'm done. The narcissist, meanwhile, is sitting over there waiting. Now, this is week 3, week 4. You haven't said a thing. The narcissist reaches out to you about something stupid. Oh, did I have any mail over there? Just something crazy. Very minor, minute, whatever it was. It's just something that's just insignificant. It doesn't even matter. They reach out to you about something like that. You ignore them. The power of the ignore button. Isn't that something? You ignore the narcissist. You're like, I'm not responding to that. Because in my mind, I know that I haven't done anything to you and I didn't do anything to deserve that. So I'm going to stay over here and I'm not responding to anything. At this point, the narcissist is now like, okay, now I gotta call. I gotta basically place a phone call here. They try to call you. You've blocked them. Oh, did you see what that just did to their ego? Ooh! That block that you instituted on that phone has now put a wall where the narcissist thought that it was going to be a revolving door. You have just destroyed their ego. When they called you and it went to the voicemail, do you know what that did? Yeah. You have just destroyed their ego. What do you think they're going to do with that? What do you think they're going to do with that? Because now what you have done is you didn't level the playing field. You have one up them. They have now essentially no power. No power. You have effectively stripped them of every ounce of power that they could have had over you. Now that you're holding the reins, never give them back. I've said that to you before. Okay? By you putting a wall where the narcissist thought that it was going to be a door, baby, you just won the whole game. Game over. Shut down permanently. Ooh. Did you just do that? You did. You did that. And it was just by you understanding and recognizing in that moment, when all of this stuff was going on, that everything that happened had nothing to do with you, but it had everything to do with who they are and who they're not. You realizing that allowed you to snatch the power grid. Baby, don't you ever let that power go by going back to them or trying to figure out closure. Their stupidity is your closure. I've said that. Now that you have the power, keep it. Okay, family? Don't ever go back into don't ever go back into a situation where you're tolerated and not celebrated. And that exactly is what a narcissist does. Because they're the only ones that are to be celebrated, not you. Okay? So family, I hope this helps. I hope you all really got something out of this video. And I will see you all on the next video, fam. Love you all. And I will see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family.